I was already living in Colorado for maybe 9 months at that point, and I found out about MENV the November before the January application was due. It's just a couple months before, and I had not wanted to go to grad school at all until I found this program. Like, it wasn't even on my radar. I was working full time. I was content, and I was working in the nonprofit field for a nonprofit that had to do with higher education with some sustainability woven in, and that's how I realized I was really passionate about sustainability, but I didn't feel like I was doing enough or as much as I wanted to do on a larger scale. And once I learned that's what I wanted to do, I realized, oh, I probably need more education before I can do that, because my undergrad was anthropology and French, so not the best building blocks or something in this field. So I knew I didn't want to leave Colorado. I knew I didn't really want to leave the Boulder area. So I think I literally Googled like sustainability master's programs in Colorado or even near me. And this one came up right away. So good marketing on MENV's part. And as I was reading it, just the more and more I was reading about it, I was like, oh my gosh, this program is meant for me. Because I really didn't really want to go back to grad school, mostly because I didn't want to have to do like years of research and then write a huge thesis. Like I'd had my fill of strictly academic writing, and then I was learning about how this was a professional master's program, so you don't do a thesis, you do a capstone project, and it just, my ears perked up. I was like, oh, that sounds so cool. I did an info session the April, no, not April, it must have been earlier, it must have been December. So I did an info session before the application was due, and I think Liz was actually one of the people doing them. And I just remember I left and I called my mom on the phone afterwards and I was like, Mom, I love it. I was like, every single question that was asked, they answered, and it was just green flags all around. Like, not one thing was a turn off for me. And it did help that they said there weren't that many tests, mostly just group projects, which is really cool. But yeah, I guess that's how I found out about it, just Google, which was very fortunate for me. And then just the more I learned about it, the more I wanted to go here. It was the only grad program I applied to because my heart was just dead set on it. And I was like, if I don't get in, I guess I just won't go to grad school. So I'm very lucky.